I'm Paul, and this is The Golf Show.
Hey everyone, Paul Hemlin here. Welcome to The Golf Show. On The Golf Show this week, we're going to talk nutrition. That's right, when it comes to performing on the golf course, you really are what you eat. We've got our rules feature where we're going to talk about going out of bounds. We've got Rory McIlroy's signed Nike golf shirt to give away. Neomi Jimenez Martin is going to ask the GolfQuizz question. So I really hope you enjoy the show. The Golf Show was 3 months old this week, and I'm really excited about that. We're doing great, I'm really enjoying how it's going, and I'm loving the support, so thank you very much for that. If you are new to this channel, or if you've not subscribed yet, I would ask you to please subscribe and click on that bell. Turn on those notifications, that way you're not going to miss any of the great content we're putting out each week. But that's enough from me, so let's start the Golf Show this week with former European Tour player Chris Hanson teaching us how to hit a fairway wood off the deck.
Hi guys, Chris Hanson here from the Academy at Crossland Heath. Today we're going to have a little talk about fairway woods, specifically fairway woods off the deck. Obviously you would tee it up a little bit on a tee, but when you're in a fairway it's a slightly different shot. It's not like hitting a driver. People think hitting a driver you hit the ball on the up, which is correct. With a 3-wood, it's actually a downward hit. Now I'm hitting some shots here on the quad, and my angle of attack's between 2 and 3, negative angle of attack. So what I would like you to feel is when you're out on the golf course, is when you're making contact with that ball, you actually are going down through the ball and actually hitting turf. It's not going to be too steep, but we don't want you hitting no grass at all and being very shallow. So let's give it a go. So that shot there was 3, negative angle of attack, and the ball still got up in the air. Don't forget you've got some loft on here, and with the speed the ball's certainly going to get up in the air.
Okay, so you need to start thinking about your nutrition the night before you play. You want an evening meal that's rich in carbs, proteins and vegetables. So the carbs are going to put the fuel into your body. So the carbs are things like rice, pasta, sweet potatoes. Protein, that's going to give you your energy. So you want something like a red meat, poultry or some fish. And the vegetables are going to give you your minerals and your vitamins that you're going to need to sustain you through the round. Okay, let's tuck it. Do you mind? Okay, so it's the morning of my round. Well, what do I want for breakfast? Well, I've had all my energy the night before in that lovely meal, so I don't want anything heavy, anything that's going to sort of make me feel sluggish. So the cooked breakfast, the bacon roll, I'm afraid that's a non-starter. It's got to go. Also, we need to avoid caffeine. Caffeine's going to make you agitated, which is not what you want when you've got a nervy chip or anything like that, or when you're putting. So I'm afraid the cup of tea, that's got to go too. Okay, so what should I have instead of my delicious cooked breakfast? Well, I really need something light. So let's try an omelette, or maybe some scrambled eggs. Something like that. It's going to give me all the nutrients I need to get me through my round of golf. Okay, so I've had my breakfast, but what am I going to take out onto the course with me? In a round of golf, you can burn between 800 and 1,000 calories. We should really avoid sugary stuff, so energy drinks, energy bars, bars of chocolate. As tasty as they may be, and they will give you an instant rush of energy, that won't sustain you and you'll have a crash partway through the round, and that's not what you want. You also need to avoid caffeine. Caffeine is a diuretic which will draw water away from the body. Also, it'll increase your heart rate and adrenaline, and that's not something you want during the round of golf. You don't want any spikes like that. So we don't want any of this stuff. So what do we want? We want some water. We should drink anyway between 1.5 and 2.5 litres of water every day. Okay, so take some water out with you. Maybe some beef jerky, maybe a protein bar, or maybe some nuts to snack on.
I want to give you Rory McIlroy's signed Nike golf shirt, and all you've got to do to be with a chance of winning this is to subscribe to The Golf Show on YouTube. Yes, it's as simple as that. Go on YouTube, search up The Golf Show and hit that subscribe button. And whilst you're there, turn on the notifications so you're not going to miss the great content we're putting out there each week. Then, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will pick one at random and I will ship this beauty anywhere in the world. Best of luck. This week on our rules feature I want to talk about going out of bounds. Now this isn't one of those obscure rules of golf that you may never come across. It's something that's going to happen to every golfer at every level at some time or other. Okay, so let's take a closer look at what going out of bounds means. It's clear when you blast your ball miles outside the course, but what if your ball goes quite near to a stake? Well, let's have a look at that. Okay, so my ball's come to rest right next to an out of bounds stake. Question for you, is that out of bounds? We've got out of bounds on this side is the course. Okay, out of bounds, course. What do you think? That ball is directly in line with the stake. If there was a white line running, it would be on the line. What do you think? Is it in bounds or is it out of bounds? Yes or no? Out of bounds that side, in bounds this side. That ball is out of bounds, okay? The only way a ball can be in bounds is if part of it is touching the course. So if it's like that, where part of the ball is in line with the stake, as long as some part of the ball is on the course, that is in play. Okay, and that's really important to understand. Obviously it's really clear if your ball's there, you're OB. I wonder how many people would think that is still in bounds because it's not crossed this edge. But the boundary edge of the course is this side. Okay, it's not this side. Next question. So if we've got to our ball and the ball is in bounds like that, what are my options? Can I remove this stake? Can I pull this out? Can I pull that out? You're not allowed. So you're not allowed to remove the post and you're not allowed to remove any chains that might run between the posts. So you would have to play this shot as it lies. One thing you can do though, you can stand out of bounds to play your shot if the ball's in bounds. That's absolutely fine. You can be out of bounds, but your ball can't. Okay, so that's the very traditional view on out of bounds. Let's go and have a look now at how the most recent rules of golf changes made you could do something else when you go out of bounds if it's been adopted as a local rule at your club. Okay, so I'm on the winter tee at Fulford, first hole. Imagine I hit a shot like this. Now my playing partners think that's still in play. Let's go and have a look, see if we can find it. I'm not going to hit a provisional. Okay, so we think it was somewhere near here. Oh, hang on, what's that? Oh, I'm out of bounds. Okay, so I've got to my ball, it's out of bounds. I didn't hit a provisional. Yeah, I know I should have done, but it's a busy Saturday. There's loads of guys on the tee. I really don't want to have to do the walk of shame. What are my options? Well, under the most recent changes to the rules of golf, there was a local rule that clubs can adopt where in this kind of situation, you can drop your ball on the edge of the fairway as near as possible to where your ball's gone out of bounds for a 2-shot penalty. So there's my ball clearly out of bounds. So under this new rule, I can come back perpendicular to the edge of the fairway, no nearer the hole. So edge of the fairway in line with where it went out. And I can drop the ball there and I've got 2 club lengths. Okay, I'm at the edge of the fairway, I can drop my ball. All good, I'm now allowed 2 club lengths, no nearer the hole. Okay, but don't automatically assume you're entitled to this relief just because it was mentioned in the new rules of golf. It's up to golf clubs whether they adopt this, okay? So I've not heard of any golf club adopting this in a competition yet. So, and even if they did, professionals and category 1 golfers aren't entitled to this relief. So don't assume you can do this, don't do it in a competition, otherwise you're in trouble. But if you're playing with your buddies and it's a social game, why not say at the start, if this happens, this is what we're going to do. It speeds up the game and it saves you the walk of shame.
Hey guys, Neomi Jimenez Martin here. I practice at one of the best golf courses ever, at Finca Cortesin. Do you know which European Tour event they hosted 3 times?